Okay, we're diving into Alma 57 today. The Nephites and Lamanites, full-blown war.
Absolutely. A clash of civilizations.
Exactly. And this city, Antipara.
Yeah.
It's crucial.
Oh, strategically vital.
And we find Helaman.
The Nephite commander.
Right, he gets this offer from the Lamanites.
The prisoner exchange.
Which is interesting in itself, but...
huge implications.
Yeah, like you said, this could really change the course of the war.
I mean, think about it, right? The Nephites and Lamanites.
Yeah.
Generations of conflict, bad blood.
So much history there.
This isn't just a swap of a few guys.
No, this is a major.
But tip the scales, absolutely.
And what does Helaman do? Alma 57, verse 2.
Oh, he's bold.
He just flat out refuses.
Rejects the offer.
He says, nope, we've got this.
He believes in his troops.
He thinks they can take Antipara.
Interesting, though, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
That refusal, is it pure faith? Or is there a little pride mixed in there?
Yeah, it's that constant tension.
Runs through the whole Book of Mormon.
Trusting God.
But also taking action.
Exactly. Helaman's a perfect example of that.
Definitely embodies that struggle.
And then what happens? Antipara, the people, they just, I don't know.
They bolt.
They flee. Alma 57.4, the city falls without a fight.
It's like, was that divine intervention?
Almost feels that way, doesn't it?
Small victory.
Emboldens the army.
Oh, for sure.
Maybe a sign from God backing up Helaman's faith.
Sets the stage for what comes next.
Oh, yeah, because they don't just stop there.
No, they're on a roll.
Helaman, he's got his eye on Cumeni.
Bigger prize.
And they get these reinforcements. Alma 57.6.
Boosting their numbers.
And the plan they come up with.
Oh, brilliant.
Verse 8, they lay it all out.
A night siege. Cut off the supplies.
Use their numbers to their advantage.
Smart. Exploiting the Lamanites' weaknesses.
And these Nephite soldiers, man, talk about patience.
Resilience.
Holding their position days, fighting off attacks.
Waiting for the right moment.
Alma 57.9, they're sleeping on their swords.
Right.
Constant guard.
Discipline is incredible.
Especially when you consider...
But these guys are young.
Yeah, we'll get into that.
But that focus, the tenacity.
Like seasoned veterans.
And it pays off.
Big time. The Lamanites, they try to sneak in supplies.
Under cover of darkness.
But the Nephites are ready.
Nab those supplies, take the Lamanites prisoner.
Alma 57.70, turning point.
City secured, blow to the Lamanites.
But then, the prisoners.
Oh, yeah.
Huge problem.
Logistical nightmare.
Alma 57.13. It's a massive number of captives.
Not enough food, not enough guards.
What do you do with all these prisoners?
Age-old question of war, right?
Tough one.
Balanced security, humane treatment.
Especially when resources are stretched thin.
Exactly.
So first they try sending them back to Zarahemla.
Alma 57.16.
That plan doesn't quite work out.
No.
Verse 17, Amaron.
The Lamanite king.
He's not giving up.
Sends reinforcements.
Puts the Nephites in a tough spot.
Unpredictable nature of war.
You never know what's going to happen.
And that's where things get really interesting.
Oh, yeah.
Small band of Nephite warriors.
2,060 of them.
Many of them young.
They're on the front lines.
Desperate defense.
Talk about faith and courage.
The stuff of legends.
What allowed these young men to stand so strong?
Against those odds.
That's what we're going to unpack next.
I mean, think about it. You've got these young men.
Many of them never seen battle before.
Exactly. And yet Alma 57.19.
Yeah.
My little band of 2,060 fought most desperately.
Wow.
Yeah. They were firm before the Lamanites.
Holding their ground.
And did administer death unto all those who opposed them.
Intense.
Chaotic scene.
The rest of the Nephite army, they're about to break.
On the verge.
But these young men, they hold the line.
What gave them that strength?
What made them so different?
Was it just training?
I mean, they were obviously prepared.
Yeah, but there's something more.
There has to be.
Look at Alma 57.21. It says, yea, and they did obey and observe to perform every word of command with exactness.
Wow, that's...
Yeah, and even according to their faith, it was done into them.
Their faith, that's what set them apart.
Absolutely.
And I did remember the words which they said unto me that their mothers had taught them.
Powerful stuff.
So their mothers, they played a huge role.
Instilling that faith.
Shaping them into these incredible warriors.
Deep faith in God.
Gave them that courage, that strength.
When they faced danger.
I mean, how relevant is that today?
Oh, it's timeless.
Strong families, good values.
It all starts at home.
This story from Alma 57, it just shows you how powerful that influence can be.
Even on the battlefield.
Absolutely.
It wasn't just some abstract idea, this faith.
Well,
it had real-world implications.
Discipline, courage.
Unwavering commitment.
And their example, I bet it inspired others
Oh, no doubt.
among the Nephite army.
Spreading that strength.
But then,
Then
Alma 57.25,
it takes a turn.
we learned that 200 of these young warriors,
Severely wounded.
to the point of collapsing,
Blood loss. You can imagine.
it's brutal,
The cost of war.
even when you're fighting with faith.
You're not immune to the physical toll. And yet, nevertheless, according to the goodness of God, and to our great astonishment, and also the joy of our whole army, there was not one soul of them who did perish.
What?
I know, right?
A miracle.
Yeah, and neither was there one soul among them who had not received many wounds.
So they were all wounded,
But they all survive.
despite those grievous wounds.
Can you imagine the impact that had?
Oh, both
A
sides.
testament to their faith.
A miracle for sure.
And for the Nephites.
Huge morale boost.
I wonder what the Lamanites thought.
Yeah, seeing that divine protection
Maybe it made them question their own beliefs.
possibly planted a seed of doubt
Or maybe even sparked some curiosity.
about the God of the Nephites.
It's a stark contrast, though.
To what happens with the prisoners,
Yeah.
their story takes a tragic turn.
Alma 57.32. They hear about those Lamanite reinforcements coming.
And they rebel.
Desperate, I guess.
It leads to a brutal confrontation.
Alma 57.33. It's grim.
And it came to pass, because of their rebellion, we did cause that our swords should come upon them.
Oh, no.
And it came to pass that they did in a body run upon our swords, in the which the greater number of them were slain.
They were driven to it.
And the remainder of them broke through and fled from us.
So many lost.
Even in victory.
War has these terrible consequences.
Makes you think, was the rebellion inevitable?
Could it have been different?
Such a complex situation.
The nature of war, the heavy toll,
Affects everyone involved.
and Helaman
At the end, Alma 57.36
reflecting
expresses gratitude, hope,
for those who were slain.
and behold, we are again delivered out of the hands of our enemies, and blessed is the name of our God. For behold, it is He that has delivered us, yea, that has done this great thing for us.
He saw it all,
The brutality,
but his faith remained strong.
inspired.
And then he says, "But behold, my sons, I cannot recommend them to your faith and prayers, for behold, they are gone to that unknown world. Whither they have gone, I do know not. Therefore, we will recommend ourselves and all those that are with us to the mercy of God, for we have need that we should be strengthened."
Finding solace in God's rest,
A perspective that transcends the immediate horrors.
focuses on eternal hope.
Beautiful. It really makes you think about faith and suffering.
Doesn't it?
Even with faith, war brings loss.
Like these young Nephite warriors.
Young, and their minds are firm, and they do put their trust in God continually.
Alma 57.27, unwavering faith.
But they still went through so much.
The pain, the hardship,
Literally on the brink of death.
and yet they survived.
Their faith, it was the key.
That resilience, that's what pulled them through.
And then you've got the prisoners.
Yeah.
Desperate, they choose rebellion.
Tragic end.
Really makes you wonder, how do people respond to adversity?
What makes some hold on to faith?
While others give in to despair.
Helaman, though, even after all that, verse 35, he's expressing gratitude, hope for those who were slain.
And behold, we are again delivered out of the hands of our enemies, and blessed is the name of our God. For behold, it is He that has delivered us, yea, that has done this great thing for us.
Powerful words.
He saw the worst of it, but his faith didn't waver.
Amazing example.
And in verse 36, he talks about those who died.
He says, "But behold, my sons, I cannot recommend them to your faith and prayers, for behold, they are gone to that unknown world. Whither they have gone, I do know not. Therefore, we will recommend ourselves and all those that are with us to the mercy of God, for we have need that we should be strengthened."
Finding comfort in the belief that they've entered God's rest.
Transcending the horrors of war.
Focusing on eternal hope.
It's a perspective we can all learn from.
Absolutely.
The story of Helaman and his warriors.
Alma 57.
It's more than just battles and strategy.
It's about faith, courage, resilience.
The complexities of war, the power of hope,
We see the importance of righteous upbringing.
the lasting influence of mothers.
And even in the face of incredible adversity,
Faith can be an anchor.
hope can light the way.
We can all find inspiration in this story.
Draw strength from their example.
And if you enjoyed this discussion,
We'd love for you to subscribe.
to our podcast for more explorations of the scriptures.
We'll be back with another fascinating story soon.